bread and pancake mixes, which include sweet potato pancake mix and bread mix made with cassava flour. Yeah.
Yes, yes, right. So now when I go out there talking to people, Mr. Batiste, and encouraging people to change their lifestyle and eat differently and all of that. One of the things that is always tell me is that um, what's the alternative? Our culture is flour and gluten and is everything is you know and I don't have the option to tell them. So when I came across you all, when I met you all just the other day, it's like, wait now, I heard about people doing those things, but actually in my quest, I didn't really come across someone. So you're actually the first doing what you're doing on this podcast. So you all have sweet potato, flour, and I mean, give me a range of some of the stuff that you all really have now. So at least
Right.
before your show, just give me a range of some of the stuff you all have.
Okay, so we have gluten-free baking products and gluten-free baked products. So a range of gluten-free baking products includes sweet potato flour, cassava flour, red lentil flour, plantain flour, and we have a range of gluten-free bread mixes and pancake mixes. So our bread mixes are made with cassava flour and our
Mhm.
pancake mixes are made with sweet potato flour.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So you how long you all been doing this?
Okay, well, so Raymond's Foods has been in existence for the last around 3 years, 3.5 years. We are a COVID baby, coming out of the pandemic. Let's say around 2021 to 2022. There, we were basically birthed, and we strive towards supplying a healthy alternative to white flour. We believe that our food is our medicine. That's one of our core values. We believe that we could heal our bodies through what we eat, what we put into our bodies, right? And it's important to know that your health is your wealth. And we should make healthier choices. And the disadvantage of using white flour, right? How dangerous it is, the detriment to our bodies. And one of the things that we do is that we strive to supply a local alternative to white flour, right? Ensuring that these alternatives can be used in your regular baking, because all of our baking products can be used to make a wide range of our daily products or products we use on a daily basis, such as bread, cakes, muffins, pancakes, flatbread, roti, sada roti, a whole host of different things. And soon you'll be seeing a couple of our baked products as well as baking products when we show you display in a little bit. But generally, the versatility of the products is really really mind blowing. They can be used to replace white flour in nearly any recipe that you would normally use on a daily basis for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack.
Right. So right, right. No, you have my attention because I as a man do eat flour for years, right? So I just do eat flour. I eat everything else. Well, but not flour. But no. So for instance, for someone like me, or I am guiding people because Fortress Fitness guides people to healthier lifestyle, mind, body, and soul. And we don't just tell you to go get healthy. We don't tell you, well, just go get fit and eat better. We actually have people like yourself and other small businesses who on the way up who provide healthy option and give them the contact, let them know where they can get certain stuff, right? Because as I said before, we didn't just talk in health and wellness. We actually want to hold people's hand and say, here, this is the alternative to flour. This is the alternative to a healthier breakfast. Basically, what said there. So, for instance, let's start with breakfast. What would be your option for breakfast to your products outside of what 99% of Trinidadian we know what it is, but what is your only option? What do you all have? Pancakes?
You can make pancakes, and let me just put a pin there as well. So, generally, as I said earlier, all of the flour can be used to make your um, all of your
Oh,
recipes, all of the
yes,
normal standard things you would
yes.
normally make for breakfast, like
All
salad
right.
roti,
Yes,
your
yes.
bread, your hops bread, your bake. So, for example, you can use cassava flour to make your bake, right? You can mix it with coconut, you can make coconut bake. You can use sweet potato flour to make pancakes. You can use red lentil flour to make flatbread, and all of these, as I said, can be used to replace white flour in all of these recipes. Cassava flour, in particular, is considered one of the closest replacements, or the closest thing to white flour. Can be used as a substitute to it, and it has many advantages in terms of it being a lot healthier than white flour. Is higher in iron and fiber, and and more so, it is a very versatile. In terms of what it can be used for. Long time I was accustomed, your grandparents making dumpling with cassava, even
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah,
cake
yeah,
and
yeah.
all these things. So yes, these are traditional foods that you could use, and we provide that alternative, just like Granny used to make back to the old time days.
I like that. I like that because I think all of us over 30, 40 and beyond, we know about that cassava bake. Trust me. And the coconut bake as
Yes,
well, right? We know what the coconut
yes.
bake. All right.
Mhm.
So and the cassava bake. So right. So the flour, just what just what you can do with the normal flour, you all can do with your flour that you all have. Whether it's the sweet potato,
Yes,
as well, rightly as I said, the cassava, right? So
yes,
so
yes.
so in so instant, does it change the texture of somebody who not accustomed and they say, all right, you know what, I'll take the cassava flour or the sweet potato and I'm gonna make a bake.
Yeah.
Would it come out the same
Right.
way as the
Right.
no?
So the texture will be a little bit different. The method of preparation is also a little bit different. While you would when you use white flour, you would use the kneading method to actually prepare your dough. The method of preparation with these flour basically is with a batter. Right. Most of these flour you have to mix a batter and they pour it into your pan and you bake it like you're making a bread, for example, right? If it is you're making a flat bread, you'll be basically using pour it onto your platen or your tower, and you cook it on one side and then flip it. When it cooks on one side, flip it on the other side until it's ready. Cool. When it's cool and brown, you'll see it
Yes, yes,
um,
yes, yes.
to be ready. Yeah.
Well, I only ask that for the viewers who will probably
Yes.
who are watching. I know a couple of watching and will want to ask
Yes.
because for me, I sacrifice taste most of my meals. I sacrifice taste for what is good for my body. So taste to really be my thing really. So
Yeah.
because I actually get a bread from before I met you, I get a bread from someone who do some gluten free, but not like you all. In a more like in the kitchen, they do the little thing right, and they don't use flour. They use thing. They use wheat and seeds and oats and this and that and the other. And I really support them, and because I don't eat flour, and that is not probably acquired is an acquired taste. So people who custom put in the making the normal bread and put the yeast and the this and the that or whatever and make an unhealthy bread because the traditional bread is unhealthy and I'm saying it here because it's unhealthy, right?
Correct.
And yeah, I am not pulling punches when coming to that, right? And so your flour, sweet potato and cassava, I expect it to be, oh, and I'm glad that it's different to the normal one because at least when you eat use your flour and this is what I tell people. You could close your eyes and say, you know what, when you had a breakfast with either the sweet potato flour that you all sell or the cassava flour, when you make your breakfast in the morning for you and your family, one thing you're sure about, you had a healthy breakfast, meaning that you didn't have unhealthy breakfast to go and face the day. It's same time you're taking to prepare like you would have done with the normal traditional flour that is not healthy for you, right? But
Hmm.
you're doing it with a healthy flour, which is cassava or sweet potato. I mean, and that's amazing because one of the things too is that we have to. What I've noticed, Mr. Batiste, is that everybody, everywhere that I go, I talk to people. People doesn't know where to find certain things. They're willing to try, but they don't know where to get it, right? And you and I know because of the big companies who supply, who produce all the unhealthy stuff, they have mass marketing budget and strategy. So they're all like billboard all over the place, right? But it's not healthy, right? Most of us is dying um, in the Caribbean and by extension the world based on lack of knowledge, lack of education, and to show people the right direction because what is easy accessible to in the grocery or the fast food is not what we should be eating in abundance, right?
Correct.
And that's why diabetes and hypertension is so high, right? And all this disease with our heart and this and that and the other. So every time I have this podcast, is always somebody who have a business with something alternative to the traditional method, right? So you're all contributing wellness, and that's what I like because I am a contributor to wellness, the magazine, the symposium, and what we do, you know, me and my team, we are contributing to wellness, So when we have symposium and we go all over, people can see the people like you all who selling these things, there and have the option to talk to them, right? And not only that, our symposium and everything that we do, we allow the people who come to support us to talk to the vendors, and the vendors actually say just what we're talking about here. And they know the health factors because we also have doctors and nutrition on board. So it's not my word for it, it's really the health professional word for it, right? Because sweet potato, cassava, in any sentence, it have to go on a healthy platform. Sweet potato, anything with sweet potato, don't ever be unhealthy, or cassava, or any of those things, right? We all know that, right? So, right. So, and when I spoke to you the other day, which is the first time I heard it though, you told me well, I know it's because of the whole sweet potato and the flour and the cassava, like the kumar and thing. No, I miss my kumar, right? Back in the days, I used to eat milk kumar, but since I give up flour so much years now, I don't pass kumar, leave it alone, right? So as I say, is that me, Mr. Fit, now, when I call you and I say, Mr. Batiste, I need my supply, that's really how I will partake in things that I grew up on, is based on the preparation of to prepare like that way, right? So I know the time is flying pretty fast, so I'll give you the opportunity before we get further to really highlight your products, and so we'll come back and talk about it. So I know you have some products you want to show us.
Yes.
So feel free to show us now. It's fine. No, it's good.
All right. So before we go to the products, I just want to share quickly. I know you mentioned you're talking about the breakfast and
Yes.
how we could use the breakfast. So I just want to share quickly a recipe that you could use for bread. So this is our multigrain mix. So probably for viewers, let me just flip my camera or switch the camera a little bit to be able to see. Okay,
Yes.
you're seeing it?
Yes.
Right. So this is the cassava multigrain loaf mix. So you see there, so this is this is the bread mix. So you see here the ingredients that you need. Again, 2 cups of cassava flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of oats. You have your pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, and flax seeds. Right? Again, 0 white flour is used. And basically for your recipe, you add your wet ingredients, which should be like your milk, your oil, eggs, right? If it is your, some persons can't use eggs, probably could use mix with flax seeds and chia seeds, right? And basically you make a batter and you pour it into your pan at and you bake for about 25 to 30 minutes at 300 degrees C. Yeah, and this makes one loaf a very healthy loaf packed with iron, zinc, and fiber, right? 100% cassava flour. Yeah?
Well, I see, right. So it's what right. See that mix? I love it because
Yes.
I mean I know about zinc, and zinc is good for you, right? Zinc
Yes.
is good for you. It's good for men as we get older. It's good for men.
Older, yes.
You're right,
Good for
and
your prostate.
yeah, and prostate health is good health. Um,
Yes.
I take zinc separately, and it's amazing because without me, we talking that here, and I didn't know you all had all of that in your recipe, and all
Yes.
your products have recipes in the back of the package. I'm asking.
Yes. So not only packaging, but because we could provide recipes for you.
Oh,
So
okay.
we do have. Let me just quickly go to our mixes and our on our product display area
Yes,
here,
yes,
right? Okay. Are you seeing it well?
yes, yes, yes,
Okay. So this is our sweet potato pancake mix, and this is um, our sweet potato flour here. This little bowl here, so you
yes.
can look at it. You see in
I'm
the
seeing it. Yes,
see how fine the texture is, very very
yes,
fine.
yes,
Yeah, very very fine, just like your traditional flour, very very fine. Yeah.
yes.
So to get to this stage, what we do on this plate here, just carrying stage
It's
just to
fine.
show
It's
you,
fine.
just to
It's
show you.
fine. Yeah.
So firstly we cut up and we dry the sweet potato. In this instance, this one is cassava here, right?
Yes.
See it?
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah. So right, so this one is cassava here. So we cut it up and dehydrate it, right? And then we grind it down to a powder, just like this, yeah, and then we
Yes.
package it basically, right? So in this instance, for the mix, you will have some additional ingredients apart from the sweet potato, right? So you will have your baking powder. We use organic cane sugar for all of our mixes. We don't use regular brown sugar or white sugar. That's another plus, another positive aspect of our products. We use jaggery, which is organic cane sugar, right?
Yes.
We use baking powder, spices, and salt, and a baking soda. So this has all of your ingredients to make your pancakes, and this one makes 9 pancakes, right? And all basically what you do is that you add your wet ingredients to this pack of
Yeah.
pancake
Mm-hmm.
mix, right?
Yes.
So your wet ingredients will be like your eggs, your milk, oil, essence, things like that, and you mix up batter, right? And then you pour in half cup of batter into your skillet and basically form it out into a 6-inch circle and let it cook on one side for around 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and then flip it on the other side until it's golden brown. And you're serving this with fruit, and this is your breakfast, healthy
Yes.
breakfast for the day,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
100% gluten free. And this pack makes 9 pancakes.
Hmm.
Yeah, this pack
Nine
makes 9 pancakes.
nine healthy pancakes.
9 healthy pancakes, yeah?
Yes. 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 Put that in it.
Right? Rich in fiber, potassium, and iron, and 100% preservative free and gluten free.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's the sweet potato pancake mix there. Then next in line we have our sweet potato flour. So this flour is what we use to make this pancake mix. Again, one of the things, as I mentioned too, is that we try to add or to produce value added products, right? So along the value added chain, we don't just we take the raw material and they process it, make the flour, and from the flour we can make a pancake mix. Right? This one example. And then from this pancake mix now, you can produce pancakes. These are sweet potato pancakes here.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, right? These
Yes.
are these are pancakes made using this exact same mix,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you can have these for breakfast, have these for lunch, you can have it for snack, have it for dinner. Take a look at how pliable it is, just like regular pancakes, right? We just garnish it with a little bit of nuts and things like that. You could take a look at it. We could
Yes.
actually break one and check. Persons could may see the texture, if it is the one to see the texture of it. Very, very similar to regular
Yeah, it's
pancakes.
soft actually, based on what you're showing
Yeah,
me there. It's very
very,
soft
very
and
soft.
yeah, yeah.
Very, very soft. And it has all of the ingredients within the pancake mix. Very, very delicious, very nutritious. This one has a natural color of orange sweet potato. So it has a nice brown, golden brown color coming out of the type of sweet potato flour that we would have used as well too. Yeah, love the
Yeah.
golden brown color. You can put your pancake mix. You can make your add your drizzle it with honey or maple syrup. You can use peanut butter. People could use hazelnut syrup or the chocolate syrup or whatever they want to use, and you can have that for breakfast. On a morning. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. All right, so then quickly we go to some of our other products here. We have our bread mix. So this is the cassava bread mix. All of the ingredients that you normally put in a bread, as we mentioned here earlier, this is your
Yes.
bread mix, right? So this
Yes.
is a pre-mix. All you have to do is just add your wet ingredients again. And we have a pack on the inside with your pumpkin seeds, oats, and sesame seeds. So this is on the inside of this. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. Very, very healthy, very rich, very nutritious as well. Two packed with iron, zinc, and fiber. This is the exact bread mix that we were speaking about earlier. And this
Okay.
makes this same bread, multigrain bread that you see on the picture here. Right?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yes. All right. All right. So this is the cassava flour here. Right? So you spoke about sweet potato flour. Another one of our very nutritious flour is the red lentil flour. So this is a very delicious flour that can be used to make things like dumplings, can be used to make akra, can be used for pylori. We actually have an akra mix coming out very soon, right? Let me just give you a little look at it. Take a look at it. This is a saltfish akra mix made with red lentil flour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So from what you could see there, so basically you have your red lentils and all your other dry ingredients, and then you have your wet ingredients added to it, and you're making your saltfish akra, right? Using red lentil. Very, very delicious. For those of you all who are not too familiar with red lentil, it is Masuri dal, a very savory type of dal, and it's really, really nutritious, high in protein, high in fiber, high in iron, folic acid, very, very delicious red lentil flour. Yeah,
Yes.
great. All right. Last but not least on the list, we have our plantain flour. This is our new kid on the block. This is made from 100% Trini plantain. Have you plantain, yeah? Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So we have our plantain here, and we have this one has a recipe on it for pancakes actually. So you can use the same flour. It's very, very similar to the sweet potato flour for pancakes. Very healthy and nutritious flour again that could be used to make many different things, your cakes, your bread, pancakes for breakfast, things like that. Very, very good option, healthy option that you could try on a daily basis, right? These have been used to make a lot of things. Actually, we were in a couple of fairs in the last couple of months, and we would have made stuff, and this was a really good hit for many of the items that we would have made big products during that time. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's those are basically our products there. And we have stuff on the horizon. We have other things we're looking at as well. Yeah.
Well, I want to touch with the two things. The red lentil. Let's start
Yeah.
there. Right? The red lentil I didn't know it had red lentil. I mean, maybe I'm just slow, right? I haven't been to the grocery
I think
much.
I think I sent that video to you
Yes,
yesterday. That was the red lentil. That was the red
right,
lentil flatbread.
right, and that's the one you can use the same red lentil to make the wraps. You said
Wraps, yes.
yes,
Yes.
because
I don't know if you could share that with your audience. I don't know if that is possible for
yeah,
you to, or you might be able to share.
I would put it up on my page, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Because we have a group with a lot of people involved. So to
Mhm.
all who watching after the podcast, I'll put it up on the on Fortress Fitness Lifestyle Magazine page, and you will see the
Mhm.
whole video based on the red lentil and how it's being prepared to make a pancake, something like that. And
Yeah.
actually, it's been a while, years since they bring on these wraps. Seem to be a big thing in Trinidad now. I just usually had to pass it straight because what's inside the wrap might be a little okay for me, but the wrap
Mhm.
itself, most of it is made out, well, it's flour, right?
Yeah.
And those places out there. So I always have to leave wrap alone because it's I don't care how much it is, but it's flour and I don't do flour.
Yeah. Right, right, right.
So when you mentioned that about the lentil wrap, I mean, hear me like you have the answer to all my particular prayers, right? You
Yeah.
all have the answer to my prayers, and I'm a fit dude, right? And there's sometimes, even though I have discipline, sometimes I just feel to eat certain things, but because of, I don't know how to get it prepared healthy,
Mhm.
I leave it alone, I
Mhm.
just suppress that craving. And your new kid and the block product that I mentioned just now, which is the plantain, 3D
Mhm.
plantain.
Yeah.
This is the first time that I'm hearing plantain flour. Is it so?
Yes.
I've never heard about that, and I've heard about a lot of stuff. People preparing this, making this. I heard about the sweet potato flour, and people talk that talk already. I haven't seen it, but that plantain flour is like I and all want to try that because that's amazing. Because plantain is I
Mhm.
love plantain, and if you
Yeah.
can do pancakes with that, and you can do whatever it is, I mean, that's awesome. I mean,
Yes.
the idea is, I mean, who comes up with the ideas? You?
Yes. Well, I have a team. Myself, my wife. We have one or two other persons who also motivates us and encourages us along the way. But
Yes.
that's it. That's basically it. We also got to pray, and I think it's that spiritual inspiration is very very important, and that is something that probably I should have mentioned in the beginning. Our name was one of the things that inspired us
Yes.
was
Yes.
that name came from an inspiration that we had, right? Coming out of during the pandemic, we were just searching around looking for options in terms of business, and I got it in my spirit, and the name Ramus actually means spoken word, yeah, and that is what I decided to call my business because it was a spoken word from God.
Right. So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about that. Right. Yes, the product. Yes. Right. So yes. All right. So what I will do, I will show that product. Right. So here it is. Now, every time a couple guests came on this podcast, and one of the things I always ask them, because I have a why I doing what I'm doing, because I've been a trainer for a long time. I've been a coach in different fields, for a long time. And my passion is just fitness and wellness, something like that. And I take it to a different level, right?
Mhm.
And your why, most times, people, would say things, but they doesn't give the true credit where the credit is
Yeah.
supposed to be, and people afraid to say, or doesn't want to say, hey, just what you said is, your inspiration come from God, and give all glory and thanks to Him, right? And I mean, He's the center of my life, and I'm not going to not say it. I can't do what I do without Him and His guidance, and
For real.
He actually had put all the right people in my path for me to continue doing what I'm doing, and to inspire me, and to make this platform grow, not just the podcast, but everything else that's around Fortress Fitness lifestyle magazine and movement. So if you got a spoken word about the name, right? I mean, that's excellent because it's only can go up from there, and it obviously I know you believe that, and with prayers, my brother, prayers and belief, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible, and once
For
God
real.
is in the front of your business, the sky is the limit, and you go for it. And I run into you all in that expo. It wasn't I don't believe people meet by chance. I believe that is divine intervention, and
Divine intervention.
right, and we are connected in so many ways. And this platform and my team, wherever we go in, whatever we're doing, I'm gladly with send the invitation to you all in all our symposium and all our talks in corporate, whatever we end up, I will always offer that invite to you all, because it's not just for because we guide people to healthier lifestyle and educate them. It's not just only that. For me personally, I've always been asked, what do I eat? And I just want to put my personal lifestyle on people, because I know it take a while for me to have that discipline that I have, but not to eat what is, all around me. I have that discipline, but that is acquired over time. So people like yourself, is important for this movement, for the growth of Fortress Fitness, because I now have a couple of people, including you, this business that you all have there, you and your wife and those people around you. And it had to be a word, because let me say this, I lost a lot of family members on lifestyle diseases. I've seen a lot of people suffer with lifestyle diseases, and still, right? And it's personal with me, right? Because I'm on a mission to educate as much people that I can in this country, and guide them away from the traditional way of eating to get yourself a chance and their family. Because it doesn't make no sense, eating what is available, and down the road we have to suck a lot of 20 pills a day and inject ourselves with this and that, when we could avoid it today by just changing what we eat and showing the people, hey, this is the alternative to flour, this is the alternative to sugar, this is the alternative to juice, or whatever the case may be, soft drink and all of that, right? And nobody not doing it because it's a big money thing. You and I know that. And I say this platform is about wellness. It's to help people, not the help those start in the gym, the help those start is about the help start in places like this, and people like you and I, because that intervention that you would have gotten from God is to really help people. And that's what it's about. You actually helping people, right? Because flour is diluted sugar in your body, right? And some people know, some people don't know. Flour is not a normal traditional flour. Everybody's supposed to stay away from it. And I'm saying it here. And different, I mean, when different people come on the podcast and this pop up, it's always the same thing. Stay away from flour as much as you can, whether you like a tradition. And on both sides of our culture in Trinidad, right? Flour is the number one go-to. You know that, right?
Mhm.
And I'm talking about traditional flour. And it's not a matter of eating once a day. We have flour in the morning for breakfast. We have flour in the midday, whether it's pasta, whether it's whatever, it's flour. And when in the
Mm.
night, it's flour again, it's bread, it's
Yeah.
bacon thing, and all
Yeah.
of that. And every other thing we have next to that is not healthy. So after
Yeah.
a period of time, they call it lifestyle diseases for a reason, right? So now we can make a lifestyle change. All I just tell people to, hey, just cut down. If you can cut off for now, just cut down the amount of, right? Now that we have alternative, I say, you know what? Look, we have alternative. You have cassava flour, you have sweet potato flour, now you have plantain, you have all those things. People often say, all right, I did a interview on a TV station some months ago, right? And this was the conversation. Is expensive to eat healthy. That's for some people to say it's expensive. But what is more expensive than that is your doctor bill, always more expensive than that.
Correct.
Because when you have to do, I met a friend the other day who I grew up with, and he showed me his chest. He did a triple bypass, and he said, "God, it's over $300,000, right?" And he had the money to pay for that. why we have to reach to that stage. Well, he make it out, but most people don't make it out to change our life after the fact. So I am an advocate for, you know what, make the change today, give yourself a chance today for a better tomorrow. Because if you do nothing today, you're guaranteed to get something that you wouldn't like down the road. That is a must. Is a must. So there's a pain of there's two pains that I say. There's a pain of gratitude and a pain of regret. When I get up in the morning or in the evening, I go and do a walk. Whether you're buying the potato flour, sweet potato flour, or you're buying your cassava flour, and you might pay an extra $1 for it. But at the end of the day, right? If you ain't do that and you stick to your traditional flour and all your traditional bad eating habits, down the road, there's a pain of regret. You will say, you know what, maybe I should have, if I'd only know, right? There's a lot of people in hospitals saying, if I'd only know, and if I get a second chance, I will do it differently. Most of them may not have that. You understand? So I am glad that you have that. You got that vision from the Lord Almighty, and the products that you all have there, the brand that you all have, and now that saying that name, know where the name came from. I mean, that by itself is amazing, and I'm glad that is a family, husband and wife business who believe in God and putting God in the forefront of this business. I mean, I really, 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 really admire that, because in this world today, people tend to not give God the glory for what he deserves, right? People tend to feel they get what they get just by themselves, right? And I don't operate so. I just say it as is, fit as I am, and all of that. If it wasn't for his guidance and his discipline, I would have not be who I am, doing what I'm doing, and I'm alive today each and every day because of him. So I am saying, so your products now, right? Let's just pause a little bit, right? Where can people get your products?
Okay, so presently we are in all of the GTA supermarkets, San Fernando, C3, Crossing, Cuva, and Marbella. We are also at the Eat It Marketplace in San Fernando. We are at the We Supermarket in Coquille on the main road, and in Mode Alive in Valsayn. We are also currently trying to get to some new locations in the north and in the east, because we have a lot of supporters and viewers and well-wishers and persons who are clamoring for us to get into stores up on that side, because a lot of persons need our stuff there. So we are trying to get to new locations in those areas, right? Actually, in the Agri Expo, a lady from Quite Parima, she was when she asked if it is, I was up in a grocery in Arima. I told her no, and the expression on my face was like, well, probably that may have been so far. She was able to tell me that I should have faith. I should have more faith that this business is going to grow and get to those areas, and I believe, God, that this business is going to get into those locations. So we are trusting him for that direction. As we end the year into the new year 2025, we hope to get to those additional locations in the east, west, and in the north, God's willing. But so for now, we are just in Valsayn, in Mode Alive location there.
Right. Well, I know. And it's been more than I've there, with the boss and thing. He knows me by seeing me around. And yes, you're down in South. You're down in South a lot, and stranger. And I'm pretty sure you're not living South, right?
Yes, I am from South Africa.
Oh, from South. All right, great. Right. So we people in the North here, I'm in the North, and preaching health and wellness. And I can't tell people go down South to get your products. I can stand up by Gary there in Valsayn. That's good.
Yeah.
Right. But I've been South a lot because a lot of my supporters is in South, and the owners of the gyms down there, all them Golf View gyms, and is one owner, and they support Fortress 100%, and we work together, and some of your products it'll be nice to always is things you have to prepare, but it's nice to advertise because it's healthy. even gyms and all, it's good to have your products. I believe so. And when the time comes for that, I can help you with that in the south area and a couple gyms in the north. I'm familiar there. And also, you see, because whilst it's in the supermarket, and that's great, I know, and I wish before I'm speaking it into being that, as the lady said, you're gonna get in the north, um, and the west and the east soon because it's destined to happen, and we're speaking it into being. But also, whilst we convince, we trying to convert, and that's what I do, try to convert and convince people why we should go those products and products like that and the healthier way. We also have the 10% of us who look for these products, who live in the healthy lifestyle. So that is why so why it's in the grocery, but still have it some places like the gym, in my humble view, where the people who making the change could easily get it as well, apart from the groceries. Because all gyms that I know have a little section whereby they sell certain healthy stuff, right? And little snacks and the thing, So I, as I said, for the north, I advocate for that with you all. And it's the gyms in south, there's one in Gulf City, there's one in there's Gulf View, there's Gulf City, there's Pfizer Bar, there's DB, right? There's DB, the brand is the Health and Fitness Center. There's Nicholas Ramrine Singh. He's the CEO and director of all of those gyms. And we work together. And I'm pretty sure we could, talking to them, we can work something out with your products. Because they are awesome. They support Fortress. I support them 100 because there's good people. And he's all for wellness and fitness and changing people's life with these gyms and this that he has done there, because it's real established. And they do just have gyms, they have fitness center, they have it's different in the north. Take it from me. And I'm a north guy, east west, So I have some events coming up down on that side soon, apart from the one that I told you about. And I definitely will give you advance notice, because it is events that will have a lot of people. It'll be health and fitness expo and that kind of thing now. Yeah. So
one thing, sorry to cut you. One of the things that we to take note of as well is that we also offer a courier service for delivery. So we have used that in the past for persons living as far as Diego Martin and Carenage and all those places, and then as far east as Rima and San Grande. So we do have that option for persons to use, and I know later on I will give you our contact information so that you'll be able to get on to us to get those items delivered onto you.
Oh, that's even better. So we're really not starving for your product up on the side then.
No, yeah, there are many options. We have actually two sets of couriers. So we have TT Post, and then we have our personal couriers as well, so that normally would deliver items first. So you just have to wait within 24 hours for our personal couriers, and 2 to 3 business days with TT Post. So that is obviously for the dry goods, but for the baked products, we also do personal delivery for those items as well, to up to a certain amount now.
Yes, well, I would imagine that. And also, so if I talk to some people on this side who have businesses, whether it's supermarket or whatever, and this side who I know and knows me, because everybody know me for the guy who pushing wellness and health and fitness. Do they have a minimum amount to get your attention, to be a supplier?
Well, it depends on what they want, but like a cases have about 12 packs in it. Yes. But you can negotiate depending on the quantities that they want, and those are things we could talk based on the quantities and things like that they want.
Yeah. I just throw it out there because I definitely I'm seriously definitely will be advocating for your products in my platform, because it's the alternative to what I speak against, which is in particularly that flour. And again, as I said, it wasn't by chance we crossed this part the other day, because even where I work, there's people always like, I told somebody actually about you all, and it's like, I sent them a couple of people the video, especially about the pancakes. And there's like, as I said, they will be calling you on and placing orders soon, within probably a week or so. And, it's feel good to me. I must tell you, it is feel good to me to know that, I live a particular life. So I advocate for health and wellness. I have friends and I have family and all that. And when somebody asks me a question about what is the alternative, Vic, I shouldn't say I don't know. I should say, hey, all right, look, I have these people that I know who supply X, Y, and Z. Call these people or go to the grocery if it's down on that side and look for this brand, Rima's Foods, and it's gluten free, whatever. That's why I do what I do and collaborate with people like yourself, because I don't want to say, well, I don't know what if that's what I'm saying. It must be right. So that's why I'm really glad that I met you guys, and I think this is really a beginning of a good a relationship in the sense of collaboration in what I do, and people like yourself and your company, and the service that you all provide is excellent, and is excellent actually for me personally, because as I keep saying is that I haven't had pancakes in years. I haven't had pancakes in years because normal preparation, how that is, I ain't doing that. So it's good that you make the time to come on the podcast and having this dialogue with me, because I have a good bit of followers who tune in every Saturday to see who is the guest that I have, and they always call and message me and say, hey, yes, we want this, Vic. Where can we get this? Now that I can say, all right, this is the flour, this is the alternative, this better find them, this is the number, and the health factor of it as well. And I've realized, and fiber, because what you was talking, fiber, my diet is high protein, high fiber. And the importance of fiber in your body is so critical, right? So you all cover everything to me, to my knowledge of wellness and fitness and some of the best things to eat and what not to eat, right? And the zinc, well, we know what zinc good for a lot of stuff. So again, Mr. Batiste, again, I want to say, I don't know why something was telling me I didn't. He was living in the East-West corridor, I don't know, it was South. Something was like someone like a North guy or a West guy.
A North guy.
Yeah, but is
it we're just trying of things to come. Probably I'm going to get a house in the East, probably.
Well, even better than that, I want you to get plenty business in the East-West corridor.
Yeah. I mean, what's stories? Yes.
No, it's interesting because, as you said that, I didn't see a lot of store popping up now in the malls, and and they actually have products that is, most of it is 90% of it is foreign, right? Some organic, some this and that, and your product will do good there. Actually, there's one in Valpark I bounced up last week. I forgot the name. I forgot the name of it. Is it the good store, the good place, or whatever? And you all need to have a marketing person running the East-West corridor to get your products, because I think after COVID, after that pandemic, I see an increase in people giving themselves a chance on the trails, like on the Wrong Savannas, the Chancellors. The crowd has increased based on people trying to get themselves a chance. A few more than what is custom is to be there, but at least they're trying. And the hardest thing to do is to try. Once you could get over that hurdle of reaching somewhere to do something better, or buying the sweet potato or the cassava flour, that by itself is a start. Right? So let people. I know you do the delivery. I know you're along in South and the grocery that I mentioned there, but also on a social platform, let people know your social handles. Whilst we on that topic, right? About where to find you all.
Okay, so we are on Facebook, right? At Rima's Foods. We are on TikTok at Diabetic Baking by Rima's Foods, and on Instagram by Rima's Foods. Yeah. Hashtag Rima's Foods. Our telephone contacts 753-4823 and 389-2124. We also have an email address, ramersfoods868@yahoo.com.
You mentioned TikTok. What's your handle on TikTok again? You know, mention.
Diabetic Baking by Remus Foods.
Right. And there would have been a reason you would have choose that name, right?
Yes.
And you mind
Because all
sharing?
of our videos, all of our videos are directed towards that particular group, persons with diabetes, hypertension, persons with celiac disease, but they are persons we kind of target with on TikTok. It has been something we have gotten a lot of engagement for because of course, we know that it's a lifestyle disease. Diabetes is a lifestyle disease, and persons are looking for those healthier alternatives for baking when they're looking at the bread and cakes and all these other things.
Correct. And I glad that you mentioned that because I didn't know that's the name you all have on TikTok because
Yeah.
my first symposium a few months ago, or 3 months or something, but I had someone from the works Diabetic Association came and get stacks. And do you know it's like over 60% of Trimbagonians are diagnosed with diabetes? Right.
Correct,
So
correct.
the tax is high, and that's for people who would have checked themselves. So it's higher than that. And yes, the diabetic people would have been, they're looking for a solution. And one of the main um, you know, group of choice of food that they go to and they should stay away from is the traditional flour.
Flour, yeah,
All
correct.
right. And so I'm glad that you named that TikTok page that because I'm glad you mentioned that too because when I'm doing my thing, all right, and there's even my sister is a diabetic and and I talked to her about that flour, but she don't listen, and and now I actually will buy your flour and tell her to try that because the diabetic people, there's rightfully as you mentioned, this human, there's someone eat a cake, it's challenging to just cut off all of that all of a sudden. We know they should, but at least you all giving them a fighting chance. The alternative, I keep saying that throughout the whole night. The alternative, giving people alternative, I think that is it's really a spoken word that you would have gotten back to 2019 and give people a alternative so they can try something and get yourself a try because if they continue going where it's going, my brother, with that flour and everything else that goes with that, not the flour alone, but
Mhm.
you combating the one of the main thing in that battle, and I kind of trying to deal with the rest of the choices, right? And I have some other people who have healthy snacking, and they have natural juice and thing with no additional sweetener, just straight from the fruit and things like that.
Natural,
So
yeah.
right, so that's what those people, this group of people, and all people need to really engage in a lifestyle change to avoid those kind of lifestyle diseases because the name speak for itself. So what I want to say is it is and was a pleasure having you on this podcast because is something I really passionate about. This is not a side thing for me. This is what I do. This is my lifestyle. I bring out in the open to help people because I've seen the other side of it, even with family members and you know siblings that is close to me battle those lifestyle diseases, and some would have lost that battle. So I think for me, is trying to educate people to it's not a nice thing to go through or to see a loved one going through that kind of thing, right? So don't
Exactly.
save the dollar today and say, well, it's cheaper. All right, it's cheaper to buy a pack of flour. I don't know what's the price out there, but let's just say a pack of a flour, a pancake mixes. Let me just say off my head is let's just say it's $20, right? The one that is not good for you, whichever one, but it ain't good for you. And your mix might be, I don't know the price, I don't want to know now, but what I'm saying is that it might be, let me just say it's 23 or $25. I'm just using that to explain what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
that $5 or whatever you're paying extra, it adding to your life more than $5 worth down the road, you know? Because
Yes.
insulin and these pills these people take, it's every day they have to take these things. You understand? And I know people who have a lot of money. What I mean a lot of money, who has to inject themselves every day. And I know people who had a lot of money and didn't make it, they die still. Right?
Hmm.
So this your what you all have there, what you all doing, I commend you all. And you know, you and your wife and your family and all your team that do what you're doing. Keep up the good works. And we actually going to meet up soon because I keep saying I have some good support down in South. Although I'm a North guy, my biggest set of supporters is down South. And you know, I have a lot of work to do with them. Actually doing a lot of work with them as we speak. And I'm definitely going to engage you in all those projects that we have coming up because it speaks of what some of the things that you all produce there. So I want to say
Yes.
thank you so much, Mr. Batiste, and thanks to your wife. I know she's not there, but I know she's there in you in spirit. You know,
Yeah.
she's behind somewhere there. So I want to say
Yeah.
thanks to you and the missus
Same
for
here.
for for everything, for taking the time, for enlightening us with the old product and the why you all start that, and where we can find those products. And as time go by, you and I are going to do a lot of collaboration based on helping our fellow Trinidadians, Trinbagonians, in a healthier way of living to give themselves a chance down the road for a better life down the road. Yes.
Yes.
So thanks again. Have a
Same
blessed night
here.
for you and your family, and we're
It was
going
a
to see you
pleasure.
again. And I will talk to you during the course of the week.
Yes.
So have
Yes.
a good
Yes.
one. Have a good
Okay.
one. Have a blessed weekend. Take care.
Thank you very much and all the best and all the best. Thank you again for having us and blessings to everyone tonight. All right.
All right.
Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you. Yeah.